Hi, Mark here from the Tangibound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangibound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangibound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangiboundNetwork.com and see if Tangibound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swabs it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a spurler. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 355.
Sexiest podcast on the network.
Is it, Tony?
Always, every week, Brian.
I like it.
If it's one thing, we're consistent.
It's true. We definitely are consistent.
We're always rock hard and ready to pod.
Wow. That's. I guess I should be expecting the aggressiveness.
Right? It is Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, my.
Oh, by the way, I'm Tony.
Yeah, Brian. If you didn't catch that before when we did our talking to each other or whatever. Yep. So, I don't know, I really have it, normally we've got that, like, opening banter kind of thing, and then we get into, like, our weeks. I've got nothing to lead off with.
Nothing?
No, I'm like,
Oh, my. Well, I can lead off with that today's my 15th anniversary.
Yeah.
I'm celebrating by podcast with you, man.
Pretty awesome. You made the right choice. No.
So, I know you're going to listen to this, Jeannie. Happy anniversary.
It means 15 years ago I told her to run.
Yep.
She didn't listen.
She didn't listen. Sorry, I can catch her.
Yeah, that's probably true. You have to set up some sort of a thing where, we trip you up or something. Or, punch you in the shoulder or whatever.
Yeah, God, I don't want to get in. I'll get into that later.
Sweet.
Stupid getting old.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, isn't it?
No, it's terrible.
Oh, wait, you're right. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I guess let's get into it now. God damn, Brian, my shoulder hurts.
Really? I wouldn't have known.
I mean, to be fair, it's something I've been dealing with for probably like
15
years.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Slightly longer than that, a long time.
Right.
But it's usually like it's sore a little bit and then everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's never been this sore for this long, which is like going on a week now.
Right.
I actually made a doctor's appointment today.
Did you? Wow.
I know. I was a big boy.
Yeah. Wow. You and I both making doctor's appointments today.
I know, right?
Holy shit. What is going on?
It's one of those things I'm like, I don't know how much, if a lacrosse ball is going to fix this time.
Yeah. Well,
Should probably have a professional look at this.
Right. And, who knows? Could be from when you jacked it up years ago. Maybe you got like some scar tissue in there or something.
I'm sure it's all fucked up.
Yeah. You're just going to do like an X-ray or MRI or whatever on it and just be like, dude, this shoulder's got to come out. Like, we can't even put another one in there. It's such a mess.
I know when I move it certain ways, or if I roll the lacrosse ball in certain areas, it's just like crunch.
It's pretty awesome. My knee does that too. It's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Sounds like it's just a bag of broken glass in there.
Yeah. What's funny in my knee though,
the same too.
was it was like a couple weeks after I had surgery that did that, and they were like, it'll go away. And it didn't go away, and he's like, well, the cartilage is really good in your knee, so it's like, all right. So
like, thanks, fuckers.
Yeah, I don't know, unless he maybe left some Doritos in there or something, just grinding up, Maybe put some coffee beans in there or something. I don't know. My knee's just grinding like crazy. They're going to be really ground up soon.
I'm just, maybe I can convince them to like rub some fresh baby blood in there or something, or I don't know, whatever doctors do these days.
Are you going to a witch doctor? Or
whatever. He gave me an apartment number. I don't know.
An apartment number. Every time he refers to himself, he air quotes doctor.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's funny because I called like the doctor I'm going to, which if you remember a few episodes ago, she's an idiot,
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe I just covered this with my wife. I don't know. But when I went back for my follow up, I had a different doctor, and this guy was like, so I'm looking at your numbers, and he's like, your cholesterol's in this weird gray area where we're like, don't let it get too high, but it's still pretty good, and your good cholesterol is really good, so I don't really know what to do with you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And he's like, so I guess just keep doing what you're doing. I'm like, okay, thanks, doc. And he went on the hallway. I could hear him talking shit to the nurse about my other doctor.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he went out there and was like, fatty in there is, given that she called you obese.
Like, he was like, I don't know why she had him come in here. We could have done this over the phone. We're wasting this guy's time. I was like, wow, that's pretty legit.
Yeah.
So, but when I signed everything up, and I talked to my insurance company, they made her my primary doctor.
Yeah.
Don't remember her name. So when I called today, they're like, who's your doctor? I'm like, I have no idea. I'm like, oh, well, let's look you up.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, you have Dr. Nick, which was the guy. And I'm like, oh, I'll never forget that name now.
Right. That's so great. One of the, when my insurance, there was some issue with, the guy I normally go to, for some reason, they weren't, he wasn't approved or something. He had to file some janky paperwork or whatever to him. And one of the guys that I went to see in the meantime was a Dr. Nick. So that was,
there you go.
Yeah. Especially when he walks in and he's like, hi. And I was just,
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Yep.
I don't know what happened to Dr. Dum Dum, but I'm fine not seeing her.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So there you go.
Well, I was at the doctor's office today because I went in to talk to him about my migraines because they suck. And
that's fair.
Yeah. And it just keeps driving me crazy of how many days I'm just like, well, guess I'm laying in bed all day. And it's not because of my depression. It's bad enough that my depression makes me want to just lay in bed, Mm-hmm. And then on these other days, my head's like, hey, you know what would be awesome? How about a migraine on top of this?
There you go. That
Pretty
sounds
sweet.
amazing.
Oh, it's great. So I went in to talk to him about that, and he wants me to go to a neurologist again, which is pretty much what I figured was going to happen. But it's been over a year since I was at my the neurologist I went to last time. And his office is like, well, you got to get a referral. I'm like, I came to you guys like 6 times. Like,
yeah.
Like,
look at my records, bitch.
Clearly, I have migraines. Your doctor diagnosed me with migraines.
Right.
It wasn't even my doctor. It was him that diagnosed me. My doctor, the write-up even said potential migraines, but, and they put undiagnosed on there. So it was like, anyway. Yeah, but I went and got that, taken care of today, but fuck. Like, the last neurologist I went to is about an hour away, right?
Right.
And I was like, man, I don't drive. This is a pain in the ass,
Yes.
So today I'm like, when they gave me, they're like, well, here's 2 that will take your insurance. And I'm like, wow, sorry folks, I'm going a little bit local here. One's in Adrian and the other is also in Taylor, which is where my last one was.
Right.
Those are both similar in distance. They're both about 50 minutes.
Equal.
Yeah, pretty close. And I was
I don't know what Taylor's got in it, but Adrian has cotton brewing. Just saying.
Fair enough, yeah. I was like, man. So I'm going to call my insurance company, though, because the nurse there told me to call them and be like, hey, I've got a referral in my hand, but I don't drive, and this is a pain in the ass for me. Is there anyone closer? Because it sucks. Right over here at the Toledo clinic, which is 15 freaking minutes away, my mom sees a neurologist there.
Right.
And, the one she goes to is a pretty highly regarded neurologist. But whatever, you got to play the feckin' insurance game.
Yeah, the insurance game is probably the worst.
It's pretty stupid, yeah.
Yes.
The fact that I have to go 3 times the distance to see a doctor is beyond stupid.
I agree completely.
Be different if I was like, oh, I want to go up there because they're better doctors or something, but yeah, I don't know that that's true or not true, but whatever.
Right.
Yep.
So, despite the fact, listeners out there, that Toys R Us is closing,
yep.
Just never grow up. Be a Toys R Us kid. Because once you start growing up, you start falling apart.
So true. It's so true. So I'll tell the story later, but my back and my knee finally feel okay today from my incident Saturday.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, but finally, and it's like, wow, man, it took 4 days for a tweak of the knee and a little twist into the back to straighten back out. It's like, this is pretty awesome.
Lovely.
Love being old.
I know, right? It's the best, guys. Are you drinking a Bud Ice? What the fuck was that?
No, I'm drinking a Mountain Dew Ice.
Oh, I just saw ice real quick.
No.
I was like, the hell was that?
No, it's a Mountain Dew Ice. No, dude, I'm not drinking another Bud Ice in my life unless there's money involved.
If I was going to have to,
No.
Well, I did call you out on the show.
Yeah, you did. Rightfully so. It'd be like if you were sitting there drinking a Zima or something. You know for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I got 2 cases of Zima party.
Woo! Woo! Come over and just smash them all on the ground.
Yeah.
That was a good party. Now let's get something real to drink.
Never had so much fun.
Yeah.
Zima. Back for a limited time, they say.
Whatever. Zima can go fuck itself. Yeah.
Bring back Red Dog then for a limited time.
Ooh. Is it completely gone? I've never looked.
I don't know. I have no. Let's find out. I have no idea.
Red Dog.
That fucking beer was sick.
Probably make you sick.
It was terrible. Red Dog beer, Wikipedia, perfect.
I'm not sure that I ever had Red Dog.
I
probably did, but I don't know. It might have been kind of gone before we really started drinking, or people just knew it was shit. So I don't know.
Well, it's apparently made by Miller.
Right.
It faded away at the turn of the century, but since 2005, it's been returning to stores in a current price segment between High Life and Milwaukee's Best.
The beast. right in the sweet spot, as they call it.
It's an American style lager coming in at 4.8%.
Wow, that's weak.
Now I got to look on tap, see if anybody's checked this in recently.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I'm sure someone's checked it in. But yeah, recently is another story.
Right.
Yeah.
Here, Red Dog. Search. Red Dog Miller Brewing Company.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. We click on it. What do we got here? Wow. 13,000 total check-ins, 44 this month.
Wow. Okay, really quick before you close that out.
Yeah.
Look to see where you can find it close.
Fair enough.
I just want to see what bars have it. Because obviously I know it doesn't always show like liquor stores and stuff, but I'm just curious. This is more just for me and Tony. For those listening at home, grab yourself a beverage and come back in a minute. We'll be all set.
Oh, there it is. Find it. I was like, I know there's a thing out here to find it. Yeah. Could not find it within 50 miles of our location.
Good.
It knows better. Stay the fuck out.
That's right.
You came into the wrong neighborhood, Red Dog.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man.
Wow.
So.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Good old Red Dog.
Yep. So you're pretty excited to have a doctor slap around your shoulder and see what's going on?
I mean, it was really my wife that was like, you should really have that checked out so you know what's going on. Because me, I'm just like, nah, I'll just roll on a ball.
Wait.
And I'll sling a kettlebell around a little bit and I'll fix it.
Yeah. Yeah. When she mentioned to you the other day that you should go, I was very much in agreement with her.
I'm just
only
because
not my
jam.
I know. I was gonna say only because you've been dealing with it for like 600 years.
Yeah, and normally it's like I'll have a day where it's like, oh fuck, and then I'll tend to it like I normally do, and everything's fine the next day.
Right.
Dude, this has been like since Saturday. I feel like I got shot basically.
Oh my god,
it's not a good time.
Okay, so just for shits, while you were looking up Red Dog, I was looking up Bud Ice.
Yes.
Right? So, there was a Bud Ice Light.
Why?
Bud Ice is pretty much water with like a couple drops of beer in it.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck, man? These people be crazy. It's not in production anymore, but...
Thank God.
Okay, dude, Bud Ice is a lager that's 5.5%.
Really?
It's a higher percent than Red Dog. Yet it tastes like fucking water.
Bud Ice Light.
Oh my god, this is great. One of the people that follow me on Untappd, she reviewed it and she put it literally tastes like nothing.
So basically, if
Accurate.
you want to drink beer, but you don't want to drink beer.
Yep.
Bud Ice Light.
Yeah. Oh no, Bud Ice. There's Bud Ice Light. There's no information on like the alcohol level and stuff.
Oh, because everyone that drank one was immediately killed by their friends.
Probably, rightfully
As
so.
they should be.
Yep, rightfully so. Wow.
It makes me feel bad for our friend Gary.
Yeah.
That was his beer choice.
Yeah, I don't know if they still make it. I'm guessing they do because actually it shows Joseph's Beverage Center carries it. So
they also carried Dasani. Which one did you drink?
Dasani, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, look, like we've talked before, there's a time and a place for a lot of different types of beers, but it's like, no, not Bud Ice.
Yeah, if when I'm drinking a beer, I want to know I'm drinking a beer.
Right. Well, it's like I said, it was the first beer I had. But yeah, that was the last one I had. I had one and I was like, this is awful. And you just gotta get used to the beer. I'm like, no, I don't think it's the beer. I think it's this beer, Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, someone else was like, here's a Budweiser. I'm like, this is a whole lot better.
Yeah, still terrible, but not bad.
It's way better than Bud Ice though. Anyway.
And then fast forward like 10 years or whatever.
Yep.
A whole new world. You and I are on a carpet flying together.
Of course. The real question is who's Aladdin and who's Jasmine in this scenario?
True.
I mean, or are we both just, we're both just Aladdin. Yeah.
Who's the monkey? I don't even remember the monkey's name.
Apu. Or Abu, I'm sorry. Not Apu. Apu's the guy from The Simpsons.
Right.
Boy.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Abu. ABU.
Does he make fishing rods? Abu Garcia?
I wouldn't know that.
Oh,
I don't pay attention to fishing things.
it's probably in your best interest.
Too much work.
Too much work.
Yeah. Again, it goes back to the same thing as those pedal cabs, or the ones where you can sit and drink and bike ride around town. It's like,
Right.
no, I don't want to work to drink. I want to sit my ass down and have beer handed to me.
Wait, I got a great idea for one of those things.
Okay.
Because there's always somebody on there that works it, and I'm assuming they steer it.
Yeah.
We need to hijack that motherfucker.
Can you imagine if we would have had access to that when we were at Put-in Bay?
Oh,
Boy. What a shit show that would have been. Not that it already wasn't a shit show.
Right?
Man. Good times.
The shittiest of shit shows, even.
Yeah.
I'd like to hijack that and turn it into a speed situation to make everyone pedal real fast.
Oh, jeez, dude. That'd be awful. Oh, man, it's cool that you get to go, you can kind of ride around, see the city or whatever, but it's like, I don't want to ride a bike while I'm trying to drink.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah. It's like, I just want to drink. If I
But
want
on
to
the
ride a
flip
bike,
side-
I'll go ride a bike.
I would do it once.
Yeah. Well, there is the one end where you don't have to pedal, you can just sit there, so as long as I get one of those seats, I'm good. Be
Right.
like, nope. Put my feet up on the thing.
Kick back.
I'm a man of leisure, Tony. You know that.
Goddamn right. Yeah, I would do the pedal bar once.
Yeah.
It's not like I'd be like, dude, let's fucking go downtown again. We'll get the thing again, man. Woo!
Right.
But nah, once is enough, I imagine.
Uh-huh.
And like you said, maybe if it wasn't Toledo where I'm super familiar with everything,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, also, like, that area of Toledo is very walk-aroundable, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of stuff kind of within pretty close proximity. You almost don't really, it's not like in some other cities where it's like, well, this is better than walking 20 minutes to the next place. It's
Right.
like 5 minutes later, you're like, oh, which of these 3 bars do you want to go to?
Well, like say if they have one of those pedal bars in like historic Philly, and
Yes.
I can get a history lesson and a pint
That I would do.
and a workout.
Yeah.
Get my cardio, get my booze,
Oh, Jesus.
get my brain booze.
You and your cardio. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. For something like that, I probably would be more likely to do it. Yeah. But Toledo,
When they're like Toledo, we're like, and once again, we're going around historic Fifth Third Field with the world famous mud hens. We're like, you fucks.
That's right.
Do you know how many times I've been here?
Yeah. It was like when we were at, was it Fantasticon, and the Source Point press people were like, yeah, we're going to Tony Packo's tonight. And we're like, okay. And they're like,
yeah, that's terrific.
and they're like, shouldn't we go? And we're like, no, it's good. It's just, we've had it so many times. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like we live here. We get it. They're
Yeah.
wieners made famous by a guy in a dress.
That's right. Whose wiener isn't made famous by a guy in a dress?
Oh, I've got a story about wieners. We'll come back to that.
Oh, okay. I actually could talk about wieners a little bit also if I wanted to.
Oh, well, shit. Wiener cast.
Damn it. Not again.
I know, right?
I'm just waiting for us to start the podcast where we just talk about smoked meats.
Oh, God, that'd be amazing.
Right? Like, that's what we need. We need people to send us various smoked meats so we can just eat them and talk about them on the podcast.
I like this idea.
Right? It's pretty good.
Yes.
Then all we need is a beer sponsor and we're set.
In, like, Flint.
Terrible. But yes, also. Right. So, how was your week?
Oh. It was all right so far.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the weekend's a whole different animal than the week in general.
Truth.
Yeah.
I've
come to realize, like, today, especially, because it was so fucking nice out when I'm working.
It really was, yeah.
I'm just like, don't think this working's really for me.
I mean, you had a good run, you know?
I did.
Yeah.
I had a good run.
Yeah, you know? I think it's time, you know, put the jersey up, you know? See if the writers will vote you into the Hall of Fame, you know? Maybe not on the first ballot, you know? You have some sketchy stuff that may keep you off the first ballot, but, you know, I think you'll get in eventually.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And in his seventh year of eligibility, Tony gets rejected again.
Again. Like, fuck.
Yep.
I really think it's like the past 2 weeks. Well, one, obviously I got, you know, T-boned by some idiot, which I found out today they're now suing my work. They were cited. How we were injured. Go fuck yourself.
You're cited.
Yeah. Exactly.
See, shit like that, when they go to file it, the clerk at the court should just tear it in half and just throw it in their face. Like, just like confetti.
As I asked all of them, are you guys okay? Oh yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure the cop asked too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, I've had some, like, for some reason, ever since I got hit, 3 times now, 2 at work, 1 not at work, I've had some close calls.
Well, that's a good time.
Jesus. I'm like, I need to get the fuck off the road.
I mean, people have been telling you that for years.
I mean, yeah, I guess so, right?
Right.
Like, yesterday, I was leaving work, and this dude comes flying out of a parking lot, ran the stop sign. I slam on my brakes, lay on the horn. I'm in the dirt. Thank God the Jeep loves dirt. But I'm in the dirt. And I was, like, on his ass. And this is the thing, is like, you know, I had to start kumbayaing myself.
Yeah.
Because, you know, what do they call those? Intrusive thinking?
Mm-hmm.
My first thought is, there's a line of traffic coming. I can go drag this fucker out of his car.
Right.
Second thought was, there's a line of traffic coming. I can push him into it.
Also accurate, yeah.
Also accurate. Which obviously none of the stuff happened. But as we're turning,
allegedly, right?
And I'm still like you know, I'm still at level 9,000 over here.
Mm-hmm.
If I had superpowers, when him and I looked at each other, he would have been dead on the spot.
Nice.
And I passed him. And then, you know, my Jeep has power nothing. And I'm like, and I'm not even thinking, don't have windows in my back right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll down my window, and this fucker's going to get every ounce of lung power I have.
Right.
And then I'm like, and then it all like came to me like, what does that solve?
Right.
You're not, yeah. I'm like, it's like,
yeah.
So I just kumbaya'd myself.
Right.
I just basically motherfucked myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Left my window up, not even thinking I have all other windows totally gone.
Well, at least you had yours up, though.
Yeah, well, just the passenger.
Right.
I'd have to, like, physically reach over and crank it down and then wait for him to come next to me.
Worth it.
But, god damn, I was at boiling temp.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
I had another one today. It's like, good lord. That's why I was just like, I sat there in a parking lot for a while like, I gotta get out of this line of work.
Yeah.
Those traffic statistics are gonna catch up to me at some point.
Bunch of savages in this town.
Yes.
Yep.
Fucking brutal, mate.
It's pretty awesome.
You know, who knows? Maybe I'll go see the doctor and be like, oh my god, we have to put a monkey arm on there. You're going to be out of work for a month. And then I'll just find something else completely new.
What kind of monkey?
I don't, whatever. An Apu one.
He'd have this little, like, baby arm.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. But I can wear the purple vest.
It's true. I mean, you could anyway. I mean, you still could. I mean,
only on the right side. It's Apu's side. The other side is just some ghoul.
Some ghoul. Oh shit. Yeah, that's yeah. See, I would think you'd prefer an ape arm over a monkey arm, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's a little too intrusive. It's huge.
Yeah, but they're just gonna, like, I don't know, staple and tape it on anyway. So
but think, if you have a gigantic ape arm, think of all the custom tailoring. You have a little tiny monkey arm, you need some scissors and a safety pin.
Just cinch it off with a belt. Yeah, I get you.
Cinch it off. You're fine. Exactly. People like, oh, he must have lost his arm in the war. They don't know I have a little monkey arm in there.
And you could tell everyone that your arm's regenerating. That'd be a lot of fun.
That would be amazing.
That would be so much fun. Just be like, it's growing back.
Quite often, but whatever.
Right. Just got to make sure that it's, that it's not the beaten off arm, because people would be like, wow, your arm's only that big when you beat off? That's crazy. Like T-Rexing yourself. Pretty weird.
Right? Plus, monkeys, deceptively strong. Who knows what sort of damage it might cause.
That's true, yeah. The best part will be if it's similar to like when Morty gets that gigantic arm in that episode and it has like a mind of its own kind of thing. Like
Yes.
if your monkey arm, you know, also somehow monkeyizes your brain more and, you know, and, you know, just makes you start like tearing faces off and, you know, the normal kind of stuff.
You know, monkey shit.
Yeah, monkey shit, exactly. Monkey fangs.
Monkey fangs.
Yep.
Goddamn. I just realized I have my blinds open. There's a window right here.
Mm-hmm.
There is some bird in here building. It must be an elaborate nest because I keep seeing movement on the corner of my eye.
Uh-huh.
And this fucker's flying in like with all kinds of shit in his beak.
Right.
Wish I had a cat I could just drop out there.
I mean, just let
Might
the
be
dog out there.
overkill. I don't know.
Yeah, just let the dog out there.
Right?
Yeah. I'm sure Belle would love playing with that bird.
Anywho. Oh, that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I had that going for me. You know, traffic problems. It's been a problematic week now that I think about it.
Fair enough.
Because we've had all the rain, right?
Yeah, we have had quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, we were getting the old gurgle on our first floor toilet. I'm like, that's never a good sign.
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
So I'm out in the yard of Logan because he was burning shit and I was taking him something else to burn because we live in the country and that's what we do. We
Right.
burn paper products.
That's right, burn shit. Yep. You know,
Burn shit.
You know, monkey shit.
Monkey shit.
Yeah.
But, and I'm getting like that slight whiff of like septic. You know? And I'm like, fuck.
Boy, nothing says summer like standing outside getting, you know, with a fire going and you get that nice waft of septic. That's just...
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
like,
that just takes you back home.
So I'm like, doing one of these.
Yeah.
And I kind of wander over towards like where the tank is in the leach field thinking like, this is going to be overflowed and it's going to be awful over here. But I'm still walking towards it because I'm a homeowner.
Well, yeah, that's true enough.
Yeah. And what the slight whiff I was getting was, I don't know if I talked about this.
It was you, wasn't it?
It was me. I squatted right
Tony
there.
had swamp ass. Yeah.
You know, monkey shit.
You know? Exactly.
But see, this year I found a guy to cut my grass for me.
Right.
Because my lawnmower died, and I never, you know, and my rider died, so I have no. Their rider died. They died.
Terrible.
I have no mower right now, and I'm like, fuck. I didn't end up thinking of that, so I was like, and I started calling around, found a guy pretty reasonable, although he really needs to get here and deforest my jungle, whatever.
Wow, is that a like pubic hair kind of gimmick or?
I mean, if he's into that,
He comes to your house, huh? That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Make a triangle.
He walks in, you're up on all fours on the table. Let's do it.
Let's do this. But he, cause my like lids in my septic tank are green.
Yeah.
And you know, I had a long ass yard the first time we mowed it.
Yep.
He chopped a nice line right in the top of my lid.
Pretty cool.
So I'm like, fuck. Is, you know, exactly how I'm pretty sure I said it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So I threw a garbage bag over it cause I could see the water, you know, and it was just inches from overflowing and we're supposed to get like a ton of rain.
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
So I'm like throwing stuff on top of it, trying to keep the water out as much as I can.
Right.
You know, so now we have septic problems and the gurgle. So we're like, all right, everybody, you know, we're abiding by the rules of the house of if it's yellow, let it mellow.
Right.
We're not washing dishes until we get this addressed.
Yeah.
And fortunately, you know, I reached out to my stepdad and was like, hey, you live in the country. What's a septic guy I should call? Had a guy, you know, got me in touch with a dude, had him out the next day, pumped out the tank. We're good now.
Awesome.
Oddly enough, the tank's a 1,500 gallon tank.
Yeah.
He filled up his truck, which is 2,000 gallons.
Nice.
Because our water table is so high right now.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. Like there's like a lake in my neighbor's yard. And he was like, because Jeannie was here, I was at work.
Yeah.
You know, probably almost dying on the road.
Right.
He was like, I'm pretty sure I'm drying that lake right now and my truck's full.
Wow.
But he didn't charge us for the extra water that he took, so whatever.
Well, that's cool. Yeah. Your yard was literally full of shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Good times.
Yeah, good times. Got a fresh lid off of Amazon because none of the hardware stores around here just carry them. You have to special order them.
Right.
Thank God for Amazon Prime. Did find out from the Septic guy, the company that makes them, they're like 20 minutes away in Milan, Michigan.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So if I ever need another one, I can just go buy it.
Road trip.
Road trip. Plus, there's a sweet brewery in Milan.
Boom.
But yeah, so the old septic problems.
That's a good time.
Oh my God. If the spending of the monies could end sometime soon, that'd be great.
Nah. Come on. Then
it's one of those situations where you get the old paycheck and it's gone. It's like, fuck. You know?
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
So we did find out our house increased drastically in value for some reason.
Okay.
That was awesome.
That's weird, but all right.
All right.
Yeah.
It makes me think there might be Aztec gold somewhere or something. I don't know.
Given what you just had pumped out, I don't think I'd be digging.
Yeah, good point. Good point, sir.
Yeah. Let it mellow, in fact.
Yeah, let it mellow.
Yep.
Oh.
Wow.
And I guess, another goofy thing for my week was, you know the robocalls.
Yes.
Everyone loves the robocalls.
Yes.
Especially since they show up as local numbers now.
Yeah, it's great.
It sucks.
Yeah, it does.
And normally I've noticed they have the first 3 numbers as my cell phone.
Uh-huh.
That's been like the usual routine. But I always end up answering them because I have kids. Who knows?
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck. Got one today, and I'm always suspect. I'm like, all right, let me answer this. Hello? And I wish I was recording this.
Yeah.
Because the dude didn't say hi back. He didn't say anything. He just said, how much you want for them new green beans?
Is that a drug reference?
I don't know.
Am I not up in hip on the drug terms?
Well, and this is me probably almost dying in traffic.
Right.
I went, what? Right. And the guy's like, how much do you want for those new green beans? I just went, dude, you got the wrong number. Oh, I'm sorry. Click. After I hung up, I was like, fuck, I wish I was not in traffic because I might have played along a little bit.
Yeah, that would have been a little bit fun. Yeah.
But I was so thrown off.
Right.
By the even lack of, hey, how's it going? Just how much you want for those new green beans.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out here, because that's got to be reference for something else, right?
I have no
Because
idea.
otherwise, who the fuck calls somebody and asks them green bean prices?
And it was a Toledo number.
Right. Right? I mean,
it's not like some weird reference from another state or something.
Right. So
I don't know. I don't even think green beans. It can't be. Who's growing green beans right now?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, there's no way they've come to fruition or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't.
Please tell me green beans is like the newest, hottest street drug.
That's what I'm looking for, but no, I'm just seeing a bunch of green bean recipes.
Like some of that canned green bean casserole. Like what?
Delicious.
With them crunchies on top? Yeah.
I don't like the crunchies.
Yeah, the crunchies are kind of whack.
Yeah. Well, it depends. It's like, they tend to get soggy. Like, I'd rather have them to where you could throw them on there right before I eat it, but when it's sitting there for a little while before you eat and they start getting soggy and gross.
I'm pretty sure, Brian, I'm just going to have to just right out say, fuck green bean casserole.
Okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'd rather just have green beans and bacon and onion. And
yep.
Fuck
and
yeah.
In a slow cooker for 3.5 days.
Yep.
and you pour them in a bowl and you're just like, I'm not going to eat these. I'm going to make love to them.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm totally in agreement with you on that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But as for my week, that's my week. We have weekend shit, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. We sure do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, let's see what this says. I just had something. It says, what is green beans in drug slang?
Ooh.
What?
Is it a thing?
The first thing on here says Rohypnol. The date rape drug.
That is a terrible name for a rape drug. Yo, dog, I dropped some green beans in her cup. Like, what? Yeah, There's extra green beans floating in there.
Right.
You're not doing this right.
She takes a drink and hits the floor, and he's like, Aren't I?
Or aren't I?
Like, huh. Yeah, that can't be right here. That can't be. Yeah, I don't know. No, that's something totally different. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't see.
I mean, I can only assume it's code for something.
Yeah. It's gotta be of some sort, but it was like, I was just looking even at like Wikipedia, you know, and I don't, you know, it just literally tells you what green beans are. An Urban Dictionary has a thing like that too, and it just tells you what green beans are.
Because now that I think about it, if I'm a drug dealer,
yeah,
I'm going to be dealing in like heirloom tomatoes.
Okay.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, you need some of those candy sweets. Tomatoes. Well, I'll actually have some because I love heirloom tomatoes. But then I'll also have the smack.
Right. Okay, so on the online slang dictionary,
yes,
bean can be a noun, which can be ecstasy, a pill or tablet, a $1 bill, a clitoris, or $100.
If it's green, that's a problem.
Right? Ugh. Yeah, definitely let it mellow and run away.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. Like, oh, I gotta go clean myself up. Straight through the window.
Meanwhile, the door's right next to it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, God damn it.
God damn it. Another window I have to replace?
Right? Why does this keep happening?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Little do
the old green bean.
Okay, so now I'm on Urban Dictionary. Top definition, right. Green beans. Used to describe the generic version of Lortabs made by Watson Pharmaceuticals, which is hydrocodone. So, now the next thing here says, dude, yo man, you got some of those green beans. Man, nah dude, all I got are those crappy 5 milligram white ones. Dude, shit, those whites won't do a damn thing for me. I need like 8 503s just to get the job done. Man, more killer, less filler, green beans for life.
So maybe it was a drug thing.
Yeah, maybe.
I was confused as fuck.
Wow, this would be terrible if that's what it was in reference to. Because the second one on here is a Hispanic with Irish heritage.
That's interesting.
I hope that guy wasn't looking to buy people. I mean, given our area.
Right.
And there is a lot of that goes on here, apparently.
So, if a straight up Irish guy married a straight up Hispanic lady, would their family be green bean casserole?
That's terrible. Just awful. Yeah, there's another entry on here that says it's another way of saying OxyContin. So, yeah.
God damn it, I almost became somebody's dealer. Shit.
Yeah.
That means somebody's dealer has a phone number very similar to
mine. Right,
mine.
that's pretty awesome. Yeah, well, next time you know, make a deal.
If someone asks me for green beans, I'll be like, I don't have any of them green beans, but I got some of them sugar snaps.
Exactly. They're like, oh, yeah?
Like, oh, what's a sugar snap? I'm like, oh, it's sweet.
All right, so I got one more.
You can buy a handful.
Yeah, you're right, you can. I mean,
yeah, I know, right? They're delicious.
Yeah. So the last one on here is a military term referring to the process of taking an FNG, which is fucking new guy if people don't know that, downtown and getting him trashed. This traditionally happens in Korea, but it could be adapted for a number of overseas locations. Was this posted like when MASH was on?
Probably.
Okay. Oh, okay, here we go. The primary goal of a green bean, or green beaning as it is often called, is to get the FNG accustomed to the strength of the local liquor, usually soju, I guess it's called, while making sure he don't die, get arrested, or bust curfew.
Don't die.
So he don't die, yep.
That's probably a good thing to have. Not death.
Yeah, makes sense. You know, gotta go get your tolerance up for the new, the new liquors that you're around, I guess.
Right.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I got to click on this now.
Boy, we're on a rabbit hole here.
Dude, well, I just saw off to the side that there's an entry for green bean casserole, so I have to click on it.
Please let me be right. Please let me be right.
No. The only entry it looks like on here, is when two lesbians, both suffering from sexually transmitted disease, lock up in a hot, wet, thigh-sticking scissor, see green bean.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah, it is.
This is why I don't eat green bean casserole.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat that green bean casserole either.
Because now all I can think about is two awful vaginas locked in a death embrace.
Yep. The death embrace.
Oh, that's terrible.
So, because it said green, also see green bean, I also saw green bean, and it says discovering after initiating the performance of oral sex on female partner that she is suffering from a severe case of gonorrhea or chlamydia. The example they give, Roger picked up a prostitute on the way home from the bar on Tuesday. He paid her $20 to perform oral on her. Unfortunately, once he got down on her and got a good taste going in his mouth, he discovered he had been green beaned and tossed her ass out of his car. He stopped by the walk-in clinic on the way home. So,
oh my good googly move. People are fucking awful.
This is terrible, yeah. Okay, so the hashtags on this are puss, rotten crotch, dirty whore, vajayjay, dirty crotch, dirty puss, STD, gonorrhea, chlamydia, oral, and oral sex. Wow. Well, this has been fun.
Now, I'm sitting here thinking, like, who would do it? But I know somebody has. Like, oh, you're a streetwalker. I'm going down on you.
Oh, what a terrible idea.
I know, right?
Okay, I gotta look at this one, too. All right, so I have one more word.
A septic problem. Old septic tank Susie over there.
Right. Okay, so I got one more for us to look at, and then we're going to move on to anything else.
Oh my God, please. Probably the end of the show for existence.
Probably. All right, so this one is green bean attack. You want to take a guess at what it is?
Green bean attack.
Yeah.
My heart tells me it's when, you're just like lounging in bed, looking at Reddit on your phone.
Right.
And out of nowhere, dirty vagina attacks your face, much like a baby alien.
Well, that would make sense. The old face hugger technique, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like she comes flying at you like a luchador. Like you hear like a whistling, like a bomb being dropped, but it's actually just the air going in that cavern as she's flying through the air.
Wow, okay.
Right?
Wow, okay. You were really close. But
I know.
The first entry on here is a kick-ass grindcore / metal band started in 2004 that has hundreds of unreleased songs, but no full-length albums yet. And the second one is an attack of giant green beans on a town / city. The example for that one is, holy shit, there are giant green beans attacking New York. I don't know what the fuck
That's the internet being the internet.
Yeah, I agree.
I love dumb shit, but sometimes the internet takes it to a level and you're just like, no. Unless you're providing a detailed illustration, I'm not interested.
Well, I'm really glad after reading the last few that they don't have a very detailed illustration.
Well, yeah.
Otherwise, you'd hear me vomiting.
Green beans.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I don't mean vegetable green beans like green beans in wheelchairs.
Damn it.
I mean like green beans.
Yeah. All right. Wow. So we learned something.
Like the green giant with green being nunchucks knocking over buildings.
Right.
Which should be a thing.
Right.
Although everyone at first glance would be like, why is he swinging his dick around?
Because he can. Who's going to stop Hulk swinging his dick around?
It's true. I didn't mean Hulk. I meant the Green Giant, but I know what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, right. Whatever.
Is the Green Giant just a friendly version of Hulk? Like
Probably.
Vegan Hulk?
Yeah, I think so. But either way, you're right. If he's swinging his dick around, it's like, someone will be like, we gotta stop him. Be like, nah, he'll tire himself out in a little bit. Just enjoy the breeze.
He'll tire himself out.
Oh, God. All right, let's move far, far away from green beans.
Oh, boy, please.
All right, so what else we got to talk about?
Well, the weekend, man.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you got some sort of happenstance for your week before we get to the weekend.
Whoa, careful with those words, man.
All right.
Our listeners don't know what that means.
Probably.
We barely know what it means.
Right?
Yeah, I had to look it up.
What's Urban Dictionary say?
No, let's not do that again.
Let's say we're talking about like rotten nipples all of a sudden.
Probably.
Probably.
Knowing us, we'd probably do that without using Urban Dictionary, though.
Well, yeah, for sure. It's actually the name of our punk band, Rotten Nipples.
Yes, probably. Yeah. All right, so on Saturday, earlier in the week, I was, a pal of ours was like, hey, we should go to this beer and bacon festival that's, downtownish. And I was like, I'm totally in. And unfortunately, you had other plans, so you could not attend with us. But, but four of us went and had a pretty good time. There's a good amount of beers there for a real kind of small get together or whatever. But while we're just standing there enjoying our first few beers, we see this dude walking around, and he's in a suit that is like just looks like bacon all over it.
Bacon.
And if I remember, I'll send the picture to Tony so he can post it on the Instagrams, so people can see it if they want to. But this dude's just walking around in this bacon suit for the longest time. Later in the day, he had it off though, and I was kind of like, why would you take off the bacon suit? I mean, people kept coming up to him, women kept going up to him wanting pictures and stuff, and I was like, man, that bacon suit's getting it done, But then there was a merch booth that there was a poor woman she was standing there in basically it was a piece of bacon costume. Like she looked like
it looked like a strip of bacon?
Yes, but it didn't really look like a strip of bacon. It wasn't great. I felt bad for her. I still kind of wanted to get a picture with her, but yeah, I just couldn't do it. But, they had a good amount of foodstuffs there too. Everything had bacon in or on it. And, including they had Hungarian wieners. And, they had green pepper and onion and tomato and bacon, and they looked fantastic.
Right.
But I did not have one.
You didn't deep throat a wiener?
No, I did not deep throat a wiener. They had bacon popcorn, which again, I didn't get that either, but I got some, bacon macaroni and cheese, which was okay. It wasn't great, but it was alright. And, the real superstar, later on they brought out pretzel rods with chocolate and bacon on them, and, they had toffee with bacon on top of it. And that was decent. And they had bacon, chocolate covered bacon too. But the real hero, the real deal was when we get up there and we look, they've got 4 or 5 different types of, bacon on a stick.
Nice.
And each one's different. I think they had kind of a regular-ish one. They had one that was supposed to be stupid hot. One was sriracha garlic something. I still can't remember what it was. And then they had a Cajun one. And I got the sriracha one and the Cajun ones. Dude, that Cajun bacon was legit.
I can only assume it's thick cut bacon.
It wasn't super thick, but it was, it was a good cut. Yeah. And, I went back and got more of that bacon because it was so damn good.
Right.
Me and, Keith actually talked about going over and making sweet love to that bacon.
I mean, it sounds like the right move.
Right. Then we discussed, one of us running distraction while the other just grabs the bacon and runs,
Mm-hmm,
so we'd have a whole, tray of, cause they use those big foil, baking trays, and
right.
They had so much bacon in there. They were just constantly bringing out more and stuff. I was like, oh man, it looks so good.
But the bacon's amazing.
It smelled really good too. Yeah, there were a lot of people inside though. It was I was getting a little claustrophobic a couple of times, but the real story is, as I mentioned earlier about my Saturday incident, was when we went to walk in the one time, and I did basically a triple sow cow. No, I hit a wet spot on the floor because it was kind of off and on raining that day. And I hit that nearly went ass over tea kettle. Luckily, I stopped myself, but in the process, I tweaked my left knee and my back got jacked up for a couple days because of just being so awkward trying to reestablish my balance and grab something so I didn't fall on my ass.
You should have parkour rolled.
Yeah, I should have. I didn't want to show off. It was, I wasn't working that day, so,
Yeah, it was Bacon Fest, not
Exactly.
Parkour Fest.
Right, exactly. Parkour Fest, yeah, I'd be all over it.
Yeah.
That would have been funny as shit, though, if I would have, kind of rolled and fell at the same time and just got up and been like, parkour! Parkour!
Get up of a handspring.
Dude. The worst part was, after doing that, where we were going was up, 6 or 7 more stairs. And I'm like, oh, man.
This is how I die.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. When we left, I was looking and I was thinking about doing the old tuck and roll down the stairs, but I thought better of it. But anyway, it was good fun. We had a rousing. Oh my god! I almost forgot the best part of the fucking thing. Stupid me. Okay, I don't know. Did I tell you about the guy who was telling us jokes?
You told me just as much as there's a guy telling jokes.
Okay.
I can't wait to talk about it on the podcast.
Okay. So we were by, again, this isn't going to mean anything to anyone or except people that are local, but I was standing by where Ernest Brewworks was. And I had just gotten a beer. I turned around. We're just standing kind of to the right of their tent, just enjoying our beers. And this older guy's in line, and he leans over and goes, "Do you guys want to hear a joke?" And we're like, "Sure," And he tells us a joke, and I can't remember the first one he told us, but anyway, and it was just it was like a joke a dad would tell you,
Right, super racist dad.
Right? No, I'm gonna tell a couple of them here in a minute, but later on in the day, it starts raining, and we went in under this empty tent. And when we did, he came in there and his wife, his daughter, and her boyfriend or husband or something was with him. And he's like, do you guys want to hear more jokes? And
oh boy.
Much like you were just saying, all of us pretty much, we're kind of waiting for it to happen. But so he tells us 3 or 4 more jokes. We laughed at all of them because they're fun and they're dumb. But when he walked away, I looked at, I don't remember if it was Keith or Jeremy. I looked at him and I was like, okay, tell me I'm not the only one who's expecting a racist joke. I was just waiting
That's what
for
I would
it.
Totally be expecting.
Totally wasn't. Guy couldn't have been nicer. When we left, actually, we still had a few, stamps on, somebody when they left gave us a card with 9 punches still on it out of 10.
Nice.
So when we left, we handed a few to him.
Pay it forward. Right.
Well, me and Keith were going around trying to use the card up at the very end, and every time we walked up to somebody, they were like, don't worry about it. And we're like, well, this kind of defeats the purpose. And I'm like, yeah, but we're getting real drunk.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Okay. So,
these cards are for a sense of safety. They don't mean shit.
Right. Well, that's what I was explaining to them about how, at the Michigan Brew Fest and stuff, they have the tokens, and I'm like, they have to have that because you can't technically just give beer away, like that. So, the first joke that I remember him telling us was that there's 2 guys working on a house, and the one guy looks over and the other guy just keeps throwing nails off to the side, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And the man's like, "The head's on the wrong side of the nail." And the other guy goes, "You idiot, those are for the other side of the house."
Wow.
Right? Yeah.
In fact, I gotta give it one of these.
Oh, come on, it's better than that. So, he told 2 blonde jokes. One was a, dumb blonde joke, but then he told one where it was a blonde goes into a casino, walks up to the table and asks the guy, "Can I bet $10,000? The dealer says, "Of course," She puts down 10 grand. And she goes, well, can I take all my clothes off? Cause I'm luckier when I'm naked. And he's like, of course, you know? And, it was a craps table. She rolls the dice and goes, I win, and is just jumping up and down. And she just grabs her winnings and her clothes and she, takes off. And the dealer looks at another one and goes, did you see what she rolled? And the other guy's like, no, I thought you did.
That's all right.
Yeah, because obviously they're looking at her tits. Yeah. And then he follows it up with, that's proof that not every blonde is dumb, but every man is a man.
True.
I was like, yeah, pretty much.
Now the M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong ending would be like, ma'am, you lost, I'm gay.
Yeah, you're right.
Although, from what I hear, even gay men appreciate boobs.
Well, right? I mean, they should.
Yeah.
They should
Just saying.
Yeah. All right,
they feed you when you're a baby.
Exactly. They nourish.
At least they should if you're, mom's awesome.
Right. Yeah. Right. All right, so another one was two guys are out fishing, and they're just catching fish like all day. Just fish after fish.
All day?
All day. And one guy looks at the other and goes, man, we got to remember this place, or this spot. And the other guy goes, he's like, I know how. And he just takes a piece of chalk and makes a big X on the boat and goes, X marks the spot. And the other guy goes, you idiot. He's like, how do we know we're going to get the same boat next time?
Horse shit!
Oh shit, what was the other one? Damn it, I can't remember the other one. There were 4 that I remembered, and now I'm down to 3 apparently. I'm just downgrading the further we get away from it.
This might have been the, all the beers with no punches.
Nah. Maybe.
That's fine.
Maybe. Damn it, I can't remember the other one now. Yeah, well, I can't remember it, so if I think of it before the end of the show, I'll throw it out there.
Fair enough.
This guy was a lot of fun, though. Like, when we were talking with him and stuff, he said he used to be a college professor, and, he retired, and, his wife, like, when he said he used to be a college professor, he's like, I'm probably not smart enough to be anymore. He lifted up, like, his little beer mug, it was good times.
You do usually meet pretty interesting people at beer fests like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was, again, it was just like most of the beer fests we've been to, the vibe of the people was awesome,
Right.
Unfortunately, like, it rained with like about half an hour left, and man, did that place clear out.
Perfect. More bacon and beer
right?
for you guys.
Well, unfortunately, some of the brewers started kind of wrapping it up too, and I think it's because everybody either went inside or left,
What a bunch of pussies.
Well, they were all under tents. It's like now, don't get me wrong, if everybody was standing outside trying to get under tents, it would not have worked out well. There wasn't enough space, but, like, we were still standing outside, and we just walk over and get a beer and walk back, because it's very close, and who cares? It's a little bit of rain, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as a manly man, a little rain doesn't fool me. Won't stop me from getting a delicious, refreshing beer.
You just
a slab of pig belly.
Right. Ooh, yeah. But that's what, you just hold your hand over the beer so you don't get a bunch of water in your beer, and that's it. Or just shotgun the beer before you walk away. That works too.
Or hang out with the brewers.
If they were there, yeah. Because a lot of the brewers weren't in their booth, which is weird.
Oh, that's right. You're telling me it was volunteers.
Yeah, it was a bunch of volunteers. Well, there were some that were, like, people that actually worked there or were the owners or whatever, but, like, one of the guys from Ernest was right around their area talking with people for a decent amount of the day. But anyway, that was my fun. And then, right around the time it started dumping rain on us there, you texted me and were like, hey, we're downtown. Let me know if you guys are doing anything after. And we were actually right in the process of discussing where we were going next because it was pretty much dead. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So, yeah, you nailed it with your timing.
Well, I'll say, because we went out after, my Saturday shenanigans. We went out with, my wife and I went out with my sister and my brother-in-law.
Right.
And we tried eating at that Kango place, which is amazing.
Okay.
But seating is very limited, and it's like, you know, like it was annoying peanut because if you don't have a place to sit, despite the fact they have a bar, you can't stand by the bar and get a drink.
Really?
That's just not how they operate.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so he was like, I really would like a beer, but they won't even look at me. And I'm like, well, that's kind of this place.
That sucks, yeah.
You know, and and you put your name on a chalkboard, and you just have to wait your turn for a table, basically.
Yeah.
So I was, you know, hoping by the time, because they got there before we did, I was hoping by the time we got there that they would have a table. No. So we stood around for maybe 5 minutes, and I'm like, well, why don't we just go somewhere else, guys? So we ended up going up the road to the old Holy Toledo Tavern, which is like the new Mud Hens gig.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, which, that's where I sent you the walleye painted bubble hockey.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to...
I'd be playing it.
I'm not going to lie. I mean, I had to go put a math book in front of my pants if you catch my drift.
I know, right?
I was pretty excited.
But all in all, I mean, I really liked the vibe of the place. Mm-hmm. The food was meh.
Yeah.
The service was meh. Mm. Beer selection was decent, and when I ordered it all day, it came in a tall boy. I appreciated that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's all day?
All day.
Yep.
But I mean, all in all, it was just meh.
Yeah, that's too bad.
And then we, you know, that's when I was like, hey, that's when I text you, and we all decided to go to the old Tin Can.
Yep. It was crazy.
That place was hopping.
Well, when we got there, it really wasn't. It was probably about like a third of the way it was when you got there. You know, it was.
Oh, really?
Still, you could walk around, like you could walk all the way over to the bathroom without like having to basically body surf. And, you know, like we walked in, we walked right up to the bar, all, 4 of us or whatever. Yeah, 4 of us that were there. And we got our beers, and then we went over to the beer pong, table and started playing that for a while. And,
right.
Yeah, that was good fun. Some very attractive ladies showed up next to us, and it's funny. It's funny because they've got 3 tables in a row there, you know, and like the first group of people that showed up were like at the far table from us. But it's funny how often you have to pick up a ball for someone else, or yours takes off, and you know, it's too bad almost that they can't put like a divider kind of thing so that it could keep it contained a little bit. But
it kind of makes it communal though too.
Yeah, but they kept
then you can bullshit with the attractive ladies.
But we kept having them go like behind the bar and stuff. And
at
first they were kind of like, and then after a little while it was a little more like, you know, like, hey, keep your ass out from behind the bar type of thing. So.
Right.
Yeah.
That I get, because like all the merch and shit was back there.
For sure. Yeah, I totally get it. But at the same time, it's like, well, the reason it was that way was at the end of the bar was just open. If they had like a swinging door or something like that there.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been fine. Or even if it's just something they could slide in front of it.
Or even if the tables were angled the other way.
Yes. That actually would make a huge difference. But if they're angled the other way, that last table, balls are going willy-nilly into the bar. That's true. You're right.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's really not a greatest setup in that area.
Yeah. It is. It is tough there. It was fun, though. You know, we had a good time and whatnot.
Yeah, that's definitely a bar for the young.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the later it gets.
Yeah.
But it's a fun bar. I really like that place a lot.
And you know, by the time I got there, it had so many different types of beers that I was like, I need to just pick something. Like, it was the time of day where I was like, man, it is time for like PBR because it's consistent and it's not going to kill me, you know?
Yeah, like, I need to slow down.
Until I ordered, and I did order it appropriately, by the way. I asked her for the obnoxious PBR. So
nice.
She brings
Excellent
me
work, Brian.
the old 24 ounce of PBR. Right. And I finished that while we're playing beer pong. And I go to order another one, and I no more and get it. And like 2 seconds later, Keith is handing me another one because he was going to buy me a beer. I didn't know he was going to buy me one. So now I'm two-fisting PBR, obnoxiously big PBRs. So
naturally, right?
Yeah. So in our time there, I drank a 2 liter of PBR basically.
Jeez, crow.
Yeah. So it's what, 72 ounces? I think most 2 liter bottles of like pop and stuff are like 67 or something. So.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I started feeling it.
Just a little bit?
A little bit. Yeah, I was like the best. I was in the sweet spot of drunk because I wasn't far enough that I was going to get sick, but I was far enough in that even if I stopped drinking, I was still going to be able to hold that buzz for a little while, So, yeah, it was good fun. I haven't done that in a while. I haven't been like, and it wasn't even like horribly drunk. I was drunk, but it wasn't horribly drunk. I haven't been that drunk in a while. So it was kind of fun to,
But did you feel like death the next day?
No, I did not.
There you go. Well, then you won.
Here's a couple interesting things. I don't know if I've talked about it on the show before, but when Tony and I are out, I tend to lean over to him and be like, hey, I'll give you $1 if you do blank. And usually it's something that I know for a fact he's not going to go do because it's usually something beyond ridiculous.
Yes.
Or something that would get him like punched in the face.
Accurate. But
we're at the Tin Can, and after a while we weren't playing beer pong anymore, but this basically I think it was like a bachelorette party or whatever. They came in and were wanting to play, so they're playing the table in front of us. And I look at Keith and I'm like, hey, you should go over and tell her that your buddies say that she won't let you take a picture wearing her veil, because she had her veil on, like the back of her hair or whatever. Or maybe not a veil, it's, what it is, whatever.
Yeah.
Some sort of gimmick. And
her bride hat.
Yeah. And I no more than finished saying it, and Keith took his hat off, set it on the bar, and just walks over to her, and immediately, next thing you know, and I have the picture on my phone of it. So, yeah, it was pretty funny. But I know him and Jeremy gave one of those women my phone number.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know what happened. All I remember is looking over, seeing the last 4 digits of my number, and I'm like, is that my number?
Yes, it was.
And then I saw it said Brian right at the top, so...
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, they, probably hard passed because I haven't heard anything. So, yeah.
Well, that was a festive evening for sure.
Yeah, it was. I had a really good time. The best part is, and I'll talk about this on the Crazy Life more, is that I've noticed at times like stuff like this is happening, and I'm not getting the emotional hangover the next day too.
That's a beautiful thing.
To where, like, the next day I'm like, okay, no socializing of any kind. I just need to be left alone. So,
right.
Yeah, that's awesome, because it sucks when you have that, to where it's like literally I have a hard time doing social events 2 or 3 days in a row. It's like I have to have a day in there where I don't.
Right.
Yeah. So this was a good night. A good time.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing, Brian.
Yep. Good stuff.
Good stuff. And then we, got you a nice heaping platter of Taco Bell on the way home.
Right. As is tradition. That's, it's just, when I'm drinking, I either want Taco Bell or pizza. And pizza wasn't really an option, so Taco Bell it was.
Yeah, pizza was right out.
Yeah, because unfortunately T wasn't there. Otherwise, I probably would have been eating pizza, because we probably would have went over to Home Slice.
Yeah, good old Home Slice.
Yeah. If I had thought of it, I would have mentioned it sooner, to where it might have been an option for us to go do. But that place probably would have been a nightmare too. So
yeah, it's not very big in there.
It's not. So Andy have to go upstairs to drink. And given that my knee was a mess, probably not my best career move.
Yeah. All these are accurate.
Yeah. I still would have done it though, because pizza.
Oh, beer now too.
Oh, beer too. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I would have lubed your knee up right nice.
You mean kicked it?
Yeah. No, just the beer. You got all those hops and barleys floating in your bloodstream.
You're right.
It's like Tin Man with oil can.
It's true. You're right.
Yeah.
Actually,
I know what's up.
That was the thing, was I couldn't really feel my knee bothering me too much while on Saturday, because, alcohol.
Right.
But Sunday when I woke up, that was actually the worst thing, waking up. Well, I had a migraine too, so that sucked. But yeah, my knee actually was what hurt the most. So I'll allow it.
That's not a bad thing.
No, I've certainly woke up after a night of drinking and had way worse situations.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And you question everything.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I woke up and was like, wow, I was like, God damn, my knee hurts.
See, when we got home, Jeannie thought I was hammered.
Yeah. You didn't
Despite
seem
the
to
fact
be.
she was going shot crazy.
No, because I remember at one point I offered you one of those PBRs, and I think you were like, dude, I gotta drive.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, so, because
I was just, by the time we got home, because I woke up at like, I don't know, stupid early that day.
Right.
I was fucking exhausted.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what time we left. I didn't pay any attention to it, but
I don't remember, to be honest.
yeah, like I said, I didn't really care, honestly, so.
Yeah.
There was no reason to really look,
Yeah, she told me the next morning, she's like, I thought, because I was talking to you and we were in bed, she's like, I thought you were drunk. And I'm like, no, I was just shutting down.
Yeah. It is funny. Your shutting down does seem like drunk, though.
I know,
The
right?
more I think about it, yeah, so I could see where she'd make that.
Yeah, because I'm like,
It's pretty accurate, and that could be either one.
I'm aware.
Yeah. Man,
I know when it's like late on a Saturday and we're podcasting and I'm getting the nods and shit. I'm like, this is what heroin's like, isn't it, guys? I got a vein full of green bean or whatever.
Oh, dude, no.
No.
It's like our new segment on the show is Tony drunk or tired?
Yeah, I know. Jesus.
It'd be fun to go back and listen to the episodes where, like, the one where you drank, like, the bottle of Basil Hayden and, where the times where you've gotten a little tipsy from beers or whatever.
When
and
I
also
the fuck out of the Baltica.
Yeah. Yes. But, and compare it to the episodes where you're falling asleep on them to see, how similar they are.
I'm sure it's pretty similar.
Yeah, probably. So I said, after thinking about it, I could see where she would think that, though, because, like, thinking back to how you were behaving at the bar, I was like, oh, yeah, you know what? That actually, yeah, I could see where you might think he's drunk, because you were shutting down.
I was dying.
Yeah, luckily you got me home, and luckily I guess you guys got home too. But
I mean, I only had a few beers. Like, I think I had 4. I had 4 beers that night. 2 at the first place, 2 at the Tin Can, and crushing water in between them.
Right. I only had 3 beers at the Tin Can.
Well, they were big, giant, dumb beers.
They were obnoxious.
I guess I did have a tall boy too, but it's all day. Does it count?
Nah, it's fine.
I don't think so.
Dude, when we got there and I was trying to decide what I was going to drink, I almost went to Two Hearted. Boy, am I glad I didn't go that route. Because I probably would have been dumb enough to order another one and another one.
Yeah, that'd probably be a terrible idea.
The night I think would have turned out much differently had I gone down that road.
Yes.
So I'm very glad I didn't. Yeah, that was fun though. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, we really need to do more things with those group of guys.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's unfortunate because, like, the group that was invited was, a good sized group. It just didn't work out because it was so last minute. It was like Wednesday or Thursday when Jeremy was like, hey, we should do this.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, ooh,
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people in that group have, like, families and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and I just can't do the old last minute. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, we did appreciate your effort, though, with the one guy who was like, I can't because I have my kid or whatever, and you were like, kids like bacon.
Yeah. Hey,
you're trying to help us out. We appreciate it. You weren't there, but you were still, in for the cause,
No, it's what I do.
Yeah.
It's what I do.
Yep.
Exactly. I might not be on the front lines, but I'll send a few emails.
Right. You've got, like, you may not be on the front lines, but you're putting magnets on your car. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm liking on Facebook.
Of course.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Shit. Oh, man. All right. Do you get anything else for the week? Well, go ahead.
Well, how about our triumphant return to trivia night, where we didn't win at all?
I was going to say, I'm not sure I would call it triumphant.
Unless I call it triumphant just due to the fact we were there.
Yeah, I was going to say the returning part we were triumphant in, but not so much winning. Yeah, we
had a pint, Had a cigar up front, talked at a German club.
That was weird.
That was a little strange.
Also cool, yeah.
Yeah. Enjoyed some Taco Tuesday. The Jisk showed up. Missed out on Taco Tuesday.
Oh, man, I know. I totally forgot about that, too.
I forgot about the 9 o'clock cutoff, too. I told him, and you told him, I believe, that night. I told him the next day that, next time, or no, I told Jeannie. I haven't seen him since then. That, we'll have to order him tacos ahead of time if he's planning on showing up.
Right. Yeah.
Because he did say, he's like, I'm going to be closing on these days, so,
right.
I'll be working Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it wouldn't be a problem at all. It'd just be like, yo, let's get how many ever tacos or whatever he wants,
Yeah, exactly.
Worst case scenario, he decides not to show up and I'm stuck with like 4 extra tacos. Oh no.
Yeah. What a bummer.
Yeah. Sucks to be me.
Yeah, what a bummer.
Yeah. I was actually going to order more. When he ordered his, I was going to order some more and take them home. But, nope.
I mean, for $1, you can't go wrong. Those are some decent, pretty good tacos for $1.
Yeah. I agree.
But as for like week type shit, no, that's all I really got.
Yeah, I was trying to think of anything else.
I've got some random bullshit.
Yeah, I've got a couple random bullshits too. Really quick, I'm not going to get too much into this because I'm going to talk about it on the Crazy Life, so people have to go over there to.
Nice plug.
Yeah, I try. They'll have to go over there to read more about it or just look it up themselves. Fluffy Bunny Hatch actually pointed this out to me because of last week when I was like, man, I hate making phone call appointments,
Right.
And she actually had read this story that Google actually has a thing called Duplex, and it's an AI that makes calls and reserves appointments.
Really?
Yep. And
how does that work exactly?
Yeah, you know what? I haven't read the whole thing yet.
I really want to call a phone tree with a phone tree and see what happens.
Right. Okay, here we go. Here's an example of a conversation. Duplex. Hi, I'm calling to book a woman's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Salon. Sure, give me a second. Sure, what time are you looking for? At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have is at 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 p.m. and 12 p.m.? It depends on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? And it says just a woman's haircut for now. So it actually has like a conversation with them. It's not just like Brian would like an appointment at 2:30 on Friday.
Now, is this a functional thing right now?
I was just looking to see if it is. Because if so, I might try it just to see.
I was like, because if it's a functional thing, we should just try it by having it call me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, looks like it's probably not.
Like in beta or stuff?
Not available yet. Yeah. Shoot, what was I was just gonna... Oh, and because it's Google, you can have it integrate to where it'll put the appointment right in your calendar book. Or into your awesome. Google Calendar, calendar book. Yeah. Right next to my coin purse.
Exactly.
Let me get you a nickel for cutting my lawn.
I gotta get out my leather-bound planner, Google. Hold on. Put it in my printer so you can print it.
Yeah. This is how I Google to Rolodex,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In my day, Google was the Dewey Decimal System.
Oh, shit. I mean, it's not...
Oh, Grandma.
No, settle down.
Go back to the home and get that old dick.
Exactly. Huh? Well, in this... in this thing here, it talks about how this is like, terrifying and awesome. And it's like, I don't know, man. I see it more awesome than anything because of people like me who really could use this.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Because seriously, like I told you, I went into my doctor's office today, and since I was there, I was like, okay, I'm making a psychiatrist appointment while I'm here. I'm going to do this other thing I needed to take care of there. And, and I set up a follow-up appointment for down the road while I was there. If I had to wait till I came home to do that, it'd probably be tomorrow or Monday before I do it, or at the earliest, you know? Like, I would probably put it off a good week before I do it. And
I only think it becomes terrifying if it starts making, like, appointments to have you put down.
Yeah. Hey, Tony, you have an appointment today at...
Like, how I do?
Ooh. Like, sweet, I hope they put a pink ribbon on me again. Yeah, she's going to get groomed, you know.
Well, definitely.
Right.
Someone's got to take care of this monkey arm.
It's pretty true.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, anyway, like, to me, this is really cool, because, I mean, you know, on the serious edge of this, like, this could really be helpful for people who are, like, paralyzed by phone calls.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because they don't want to deal with, you know, talking to people on the phone or waiting or whatever it is. That's the other thing is, like, you know, with the anxiety that I have, is like, when you get you call a place and they're like, you're 95th in line. And you're like, you know, like, you just, it's like, put your phone on speaker and set it down. Just wait. With something like this, it could do it for you, and you wouldn't have to deal with it, you know?
Well, it's like, I'm not paralyzed by making phone calls, but if I can book something online or through an app, or like when I was having issues of our cell phones, in the Verizon app, you can just text with AI, and then eventually it may get you a real person.
Right. Yeah,
I would much rather do that.
Me too. So if this becomes available, I will definitely try it, because it could make my life better, because I won't put off appointments or making appointments as long, you know?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's days when it's just like, I just need to call my doctor's office because I need a refill on something. There's literally just hey, I need a refill on this. And they go, what dosage, what medicine? And I tell them, and then my doctor calls it in. That's it. That's it. You know, like, nothing complicated or weird about it. It's just,
I mean, even if calling my doctor today, I realized I didn't have the phone number saved in my contacts.
Yeah.
So I went, and I pulled up the website. Like, maybe I could just book online, which I couldn't, but their phone number was there, so I could call them then. But
yeah,
that was my first instinct was, well, let's go to the website and see if maybe I can just book it through here.
Me too. I tried that actually with my doctor's office, because I knew they had a thing it's called a patient portal, but it's basically a website where you can look at, like, your medical stuffs. And, you know, I couldn't remember my password, and I ended up getting locked out because I tried too many times. So today,
you're a hacker, sir.
I know. Well, a terrible one anyway.
We're shutting you down.
Yeah. So while I was there today, I got that squared away. And when I got home, you know, I updated it so that, you know, because they send you a temporary password that's good for like 24 hours. So I sorted that out, and I jumped in there, and I was like, little did I know, you definitely can make appointments, or appointment requests. I think you probably are like, I need to see this person, here's the times I'm available, blah, you know, and then they probably respond somehow. But anyway, that's still better, you know, for someone like me. So I'm happy to see that. And next time I need to make an appointment over there, I'll probably try it and see how it works out, you know.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yep. It's why I love the fact that, like, if I need something at Kroger refilled, all I have to do is pull up their app, and I can type in, you know, put in my medicine, the prescription number, and it sends it to them. Like, I don't have to call and say, hey, I need a refill on this. I just, you know, I can do it at night and then pick it up the next day, basically, which is awesome. So.
Nice.
Yep. So.
Nicey.
Yep. So if you're like me and, you know, have trouble with phone calls and stuff, maybe there's hope for us.
There's always hope, Brian.
Yep.
There's hope.
Always hope.
Always. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, man.
And I'll include the story in the show notes too, so people can read up on it if they'd like to.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see about when that comes out and how it works, that duplex thing.
I was just scanning it to see if there's like a projected release date or something, but I don't see it. The other thing will be, is it going to be an app? Is it going to be something, you know how Google just integrates all their things? Like to where, like if you go to Gmail, you can from there access like all the Google stuffs, you know?
Right, exactly.
I'm curious if it's more like that to where like it'll be in the Google app basically, or if it's a separate thing or whatever. So it'd be cool though.
Yeah, I'll definitely be curious about that.
Me too.
I'd like to have it just to call and annoy people.
Right. Would be fun.
Like, hello, my client is wondering when the new green beans are available.
Right. Hello, my client would like to know when you're gonna suck your own ass.
Like, what?
Who's calling? Never mind. Ass face, and it hangs up.
I'd love to have it call bars and make Bart Simpson call.
Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah.
Be incredible.
That would be great. I would thoroughly enjoy that for sure.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
All right, so I got another kind of follow-up to last week's show. And again, brought to my attention by Fluffy Bunny Ash. You know, we talked about the woman who sent the 65,000 texts.
Oh, yes. The old, I'm going to slide into her DMs.
Yeah. Did you watch that video?
I started to, and she's too crazy for me.
Oh, dude, she's so crazy. And I'm not trying to...
And plus, I saw it was an 18-minute long thing, and I'm like, I don't know if I can watch this for 18 minutes.
Dude, I'm telling you, you should, because some of the stuff she says is so crazy. Like, when they're like, so you sent 65,000 texts? And she's like, that's it?
What? Okay, I'm going to have to watch all 18 minutes of this.
And they were like, yeah. She goes, oh, it felt like more. And then she's talking at one point about... I can't remember what it was. There was something like being told no or whatever. I think she says something like love makes you do funny things when in reference to that. And just like they ask her if she broke into his house and she's like, I don't want to talk about that. But then she goes in deep into her Illuminati stuff and how the equation for love is, what is it? It's like L equals 3.3 times something times EMC squared or something like that. And I mean, dude, she is like certified crazy. I don't think this is just a
Instagram
normal
posts.
Yeah.
It was all numerical and, bigger. Yeah. It was all crazy talk out all her posts.
The whole, like a lot of the beginning of that video is her talking about that kind of stuff. And like I said, at first, I'm kind of laughing a little bit. And then the more I'm watching it, I'm like, wow, this woman is legit crazy. Like, she needs help. Like, I don't necessarily know that this is any specific, like, mental illness. It's just, she's broke, and she needs some help.
I believe they call it crazy bitch.
She definitely crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, though, because, like, when they ask her questions about her being crazy, basically, she's kind of laughs at him. Like, she's just like, like I said, it's like love makes you do funny things or whatever. And,
does it?
Yeah. Right. It's like, oh my.
I don't know if I've sent 65,000 texts in the past year.
Right. Oh, I gotta say, one of the things, there was some, like in the comments, it made me laugh because someone posted she must have unlimited or something like that.
That's pretty funny.
It just made me laugh because it's just, stupid. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really making fun of her here. I just like, seriously, if you watch this video, the link will be in the show stuff. If you watch this video, you'll see it. It is really long, like Tony said. And there's some parts that are a little, boring, but there's some gold in there that, like, when you hear it, you're going to be like, wow.
I'll have to go back then and listen to it, the whole damn thing.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's 20 minutes almost, but whatever.
Worth it, huh?
Yeah, it's something I don't understand to some extent, too, is, I mean, you can choose to ignore, like, legal counsel and whatnot, but it's just like, I can't imagine that a lawyer would say, this is a good idea to go talk to the press.
Right.
After you've been arrested. It doesn't seem like a smart move, but Yeah.
Unless they're aware that she's just doomed and they're just nudging each other like, this is going to be hilarious, guys.
I think it's probably one of those where if a lawyer took it, they're just going to be like, there's no winning here. Like, the best I can do is get her locked up, basically, because that'll probably be what's best for her. You know?
Yeah, like go find a rubber room.
Yeah, because, man, I think, like, watching it, it's one of those situations where I don't think it registers to her that it's crazy or dangerous or stalking. You know, I don't think that clicks in her head. Like, when you're watching her answer the questions, she just does not seem to really get it, you know, because she's convinced that God told her that they're supposed to be together, you know? So, yeah. I'm not blaming this on God. That's what she says. So, good times.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
Good, clean fun.
Yeah, because Ashley told me that, you know, when we were talking about it last week, she's like, you guys read some of the text messages, and she's like, I had to, you know, dig a little farther to see what else there was, basically. And she's like, I found this video, and after watching it today, I was like, wow, it's a whole nother level from even what we read last week.
A whole different kind of crazy.
A whole new world, if you will.
Exactly. A whole new world is right.
Yeah.
Wow. Good time. Goddamn, I thought I had that sound drop, but I guess I don't. I thought I had Macho Man going, maybe I am insane. But I don't have it over here.
Right.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, I'm not making fun of the situation. It's more of a, like, wow, this is really sad. You know, like, it's almost one of those where it's like, you're kind of glad they get arrested because from that point, hopefully they'll get some help, you know?
Yeah, right.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Well, speaking of really sad, can we talk about the obsession everyone has? Probably not everyone, but a majority of people have right now with the royal wedding.
Oh, right. I don't get it. I get
don't
why
get it
people over in the UK or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why people here give two shits.
No. Didn't we fight a war to get away from that royalty?
Yes.
I don't get it either. When I'm scrolling through my Apple News, which is part of like a daily ritual of mine.
Right.
And it's like, what are you eating for the royal wedding? It's like, who gives a shit?
Yeah. Hopefully most of the answers are a bag of dicks.
Exactly. A revolver.
Jeez, I'm crow. I'll never understand that stuff.
I don't get it at all.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, you know, realistically, like sitting here, it's like, you know what? It's like, you know, like, I love sports. And I can see where most people or various people are like, why? You know, kind of a thing. And it's like, I don't know, I do. And I don't know. People just tend to like dumb shit.
Yeah, but that just I mean, who gives a fuck? It's a big event that's costing God knows how much money with a half inbred family.
Yeah.
Who cares?
For someone,
there's probably some English people I know like, what?
And we already said that it's fine for them. But
yeah, I get it. If you live over there,
realistically, I do get it. Why it is to some extent here, and it's because what's her face is American, you know. So,
yeah.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
I guarantee there's like a good segment of population over there. They're sitting in a pub right now, going "fucking wankers," looking at the TV, slamming a Guinness.
Yeah, probably.
I just don't understand the obsession.
No, me either. I never will.
It's going to get worse, you know, because it's this weekend. It's just going to get worse.
Oh, no. Like you said, I've seen various stuff already from that app and from other things that I have to where it, you know, talks about, you know, we've got you covered for the royal wedding. It's like, can I turn this? Can you not? Like, can I put something in that's, you know, so you don't send me shit about the royal wedding because I don't care?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Take me off your mailing list.
I actually, I was actually thinking about turning my notifications off to, like, the news stuff through the weekend.
That might not be a bad call.
Because it's going to be obnoxious. you know,
Yes.
and I literally don't care. I really don't. It has
No,
no
I mean,
effect on my life. You know, they're not even like, they're more figurehead than our president is.
Yes.
I mean,
what they do doesn't matter.
No, for the most part. I think there's very limited stuff they can do, but it's mostly run by Parliament and the Prime Minister and stuff, you know? So
Right.
If you don't believe me, watch The Crown on Netflix. No.
It's not like Once Upon a Time when it'd be like, yes, slay the barbarians,
Right.
and then there come the knights, and yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that would be like, oh shit, the king's marrying this person. We better pay attention because we might die.
Yeah. Right. It's like the king decrees anyone shall be put to death if you do not cheer.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense.
Right. That's what I would do.
The internet
Yeah.
and shit flying through space.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Like, we're flying through space.
Accurate.
You know? I'm more fascinated with the idea of that. The fact
I mean, if it was like, hey, you know, Prince Doucher's marrying this American, and everybody in America gets $50, I'd be like, I'm interested.
I'd be way more interested. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
But when
see it
everyone's
like,
oh,
if
what
you,
sort of hors d'oeuvres are you serving at your royal wedding party?
yeah, bags of dicks. That's what I'm serving.
Exactly.
Dick
This
salad.
dick.
Yep. Dick salad.
Come on over to my royal wedding party. We're going to get dick down.
Anyway. So if
I
you're
don't get it.
someone listening to this show and you're all about this, yeah, don't send us anything because we really don't care.
Well, I would be curious to know why.
Nope.
Because I can't wrap my brain around it.
Yeah, because, you know, the thing even like I said where it's like, well, she's American. It's like, you know what, though? It's like when, what do you call it? The other prince, you know, when his wife had the babies, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't give a shit. It's like, oh, he's like 14th in line for the crown now. Whoop-de-doo. You know? Like,
That
apparently
means-
Queen Elizabeth is never dying because she's like 600 years old.
Yeah, well, she keeps drinking the blood of babies.
Right. I'm pretty sure.
That's why I need some of that baby blood in my shoulder.
It's true. Or monkey arm.
Or monkey arm.
Maybe she has monkey arms.
Or maybe baby monkey arm.
That's just ridiculous. That's too far. Yeah. Anyway. What else you got?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, I have that. You remember how I said I had a wiener related story?
Yes, we've all been anxiously awaiting it.
Yeah. It's kind of a sad wiener related story.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's this woman in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Dateline.
Yes.
At Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Wow. Shout
Tracy
out.
Garcia, 52, was attacked by a pack of 7 wiener dogs.
Oh yeah, I
and
saw.
killed.
What a way to go! Like, oh, she was killed by a pack of dogs. Be like, oh, what were they? Pits, Rotties, like
Yeah, exactly.
wiener dogs.
Yeah, wiener dogs.
Well, they are ferocious.
Wiener.
You know what it reminds me of, to some extent, is, you know, in The Lost World, like in the book, how the little girl's on the beach or whatever, and like all those like baby raptors like tear her apart, basically.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of that kind of an idea, you know?
That's a very good. Yeah, that's a very good analogy.
Yeah, in that you're like, oh, they're so cute, you know.
And I've met some wiener dogs that are real cunts. So I mean, I get that vicious wiener dog mentality.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But if there's a pack of wiener dogs coming at me, they might get some bites in.
Yeah.
But I'm breaking some spines.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting fucked up.
Right. Yeah, there's gonna be some axe kicks for sure in that mess.
And you know, they have a picture of this lady who unfortunately lost her life on Banyan Road.
Yeah. Oof.
And she doesn't look like she's in the greatest shape. And she was 52, I get it. But fucking wiener dogs.
Now, see, what you didn't know, Tony, is that they had been exposed to gamma radiation, and they were incredible Hulk wiener dogs.
Hulk wiener dogs.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I just know the first wiener dog that charges, it's
for
going to
sure.
go flying.
Yeah. I'm taking a couple of them some bitches with me, that's for sure.
Fuck. I'm using one as a weapon.
Now, see, the best part for you, them attacking you, is they're right in your, like, Kia zone, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, so they're fucked. Because you'll be kicking them for Jesus.
And my monkey arm gets them. It's fucking
tearing
over.
their face right off, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
And I'm as much as I love dogs, I am glad to hear that the cops shot one immediately and then put the rest down. Because fuck you, wiener dogs.
Right, yeah. Man, that's... it's not funny, but for years and years I was always like, I like being around small dogs more because I could kick the shit out of them if they try to attack me, basically.
Yeah.
And then you hear a story like this.
For my, with very few exceptions, like our friend Ashley, she's got small dogs.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Mm-hmm.
But for my experience, small dogs are usually little assholes.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
And then you got like my 70-pound dumbass who's just like, I'm gonna love you and sit on your foot.
Yeah, literally. If she kills you, it's because she probably sat on you and you couldn't breathe anymore, or she's just licked you until your face melted off.
Yeah, exactly.
Or she's gassed you out.
Or that, yeah.
Because that's terrible. Yeah.
But yeah, I saw that on my Apple News today when I was trying to dodge royal wedding shit.
Right.
And I was just like, what? I have to talk about this.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up because I meant to make a note of it and I forgot. Because I was at my doctor's office and I was just scrolling through the Apple News and I saw it and I was like, oh, this will be funny to talk about. And then they called me back, so I forgot to mark it.
You'll have that.
Yeah. So I'm glad.
I mean, it sucks she died because it would be a better story if she was just mauled and in the hospital.
Right.
But wiener dogs.
Wiener dogs, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling bad for her, but maybe if you can't fight off some wiener dogs, maybe it just wasn't meant to be.
I feel like it's a survival of the fittest kind of thing.
Yeah, Darwin stepped in for sure.
Right. Yeah, she's maybe we don't know her. Maybe she was one of those people you'd be like, back in the day, wolves would have eaten her. Maybe this is just time catching up.
Micro wolves.
Yeah, micro wolves. Yes.
Yeah. That would be my guess.
Yeah, mine too. So, yeah. Oh, man.
Ugh.
Did you see the video of, there was a guy that broke into somebody's, like, house or whatever, or it was a store, I'm sorry, it's right here, now I have it, and the guy was caught on camera breakdancing before he broke into the store.
What? No.
Yeah, he's literally, like, outside and just frickin' dancing right, and I think he knows that he's on camera, and then he breaks into the store. That's
hilarious.
Yeah. It just made me laugh because I saw it on the Twitter Moments thing. He was police arrested the dancing bandit a short time later near the business with a stolen laptop in his possession.
The dancing bandit.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Actually, you know what? While we're discussing this right here, I can actually hit you with a thing because it'll just show you a GIF of it, basically.
Fair enough.
So. Yeah, it's just one of those things that just makes you laugh because of how ridiculous it is.
It just shows you what assholes people are.
And it's like, dude, the longer you stay on camera, the more likely they are to figure out who the hell you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I can't tell. It looks like he might have a mask of some sort on. I can't really tell. No, I don't think he does from the side view, so. What an idiot.
Load. There we go. Please play. Oh. That is, I love the glowing eyes. It's like a dancing demon.
Yeah. My favorite part is like when you scroll down to people's responses, quite a few of them are of Tyrone Biggums, like when he's dancing in the park and shit.
What the fuck is
right?
I don't know what
right?
That guy's dancing for.
I don't know.
That's incredible.
It's pretty stupid. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. It's funny because the last few weeks I've noticed, we've had a few more like in the news kind of gimmicks. And, it's funny though because it's like I kind of realized that I kind of missed that a little bit. So, but I wasn't, I didn't go hunting for these. They kind of just fell in our laps, cause
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Because I like perusing the news anyway, just because there's usually something.
Sure.
Yeah, but when I see a woman dies by wiener dogs,
you're totally reading that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Same with breakdancing, jackass.
Right? That's why when I saw it as a Twitter moment, I immediately clicked on it and then when I saw the guy dancing, I was like, what an idiot. And then of course, he was captured close and it's like, well, yeah, cause, just.
Exactly.
Like,
sigh.
I'm gonna steal a laptop, but hold up, I gotta break it down first. What would have been funny is if he had like a backpack on him and like unfolded a big old cardboard, busted a bunch of like head spins and shit and then folded it back up and
puts on like a big ass boombox.
Yeah. Like, where the hell do you carry that?
What the fuck?
Yeah, don't ask. So,
terrific.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I got for the week.
That's what I got for the week as well, Brian.
All right. Well, let's do us a Q of the W, I guess, then, eh?
Oh, fuck yeah. You'd betcha. Last week we asked. Well, actually, last week Cheeto asked.
Yeah, you're right. He did.
What was the one thing in your life that if you could change, you would change?
Mm-hmm.
Something along those lines. I may not have worded that proper.
Right. My answer was underpants. Yeah.
If there was one thing you could change about yourself, what would it be? There you go.
My underbridges. Yeah.
Underbridges.
Right. I had to correct myself on that.
So, I got a couple on the old face page, Brian.
All right.
I got one from Clint, friend of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Says, I'd make my ass bigger so my pants fit right and are at an eternal risk of dropping, which would be tragic for some as I go commando.
Oh, my. Wow.
Green bean in it, even.
Damn it. Man. Clint, get some suspenders, man.
Then you get some drawers, son.
Then you can run your hands, your thumbs underneath them while you're talking and making points and shit. Man.
Get some, exactly. I like the idea of suspenders.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you could be like, I say, like foghorn leghorn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can be like, like a lot of farmers that wear them and shit, whatever. But make sure you get some cool ones, like some ones that are like American flags or rainbows or, whatever. Just
definitely
don't get plain ones because that's
plain suspenders are right out.
Yeah, that's just terrible. And also, if you wear suspenders, don't wear a belt. I've seen it too many times.
Correct.
Like people need to be schooled on.
And don't wear an overshirt, just a wife beater, like a classic mobster.
Right. That's good advice right there. All right, what else you got?
Thank you. Jeff from Hobie. He says my inheritance.
So he'd make it smaller?
Yes.
Okay.
He felt too guilty of all the riches he got.
Yes. That makes sense.
I can only assume. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all I got on the face page, man.
What? All right. Over on the tweeters, we got two over here. The first one was from our pal Devery, and he says, "I wish I could pull off the micro kimono look." And I responded and said,
"What do you mean? He can?"
Yeah, I responded and said, "We believe in you because we do. The essence of Dev. We discussed this in Chicago."
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you got this, dude.
Exactly, you got it.
Exactly.
You've already pulled it off in all of our minds.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Literally pulled it off. Yeah. Oof. Like, oh, I dropped something. Fruit bowl.
Oh, God.
And
we have a new definition for green bean casserole.
Oh, that's terrible. Don't insult Devery like that. All right. Michael Leal, our pal from the Danger Entertainment Network, said, "I wish I had eidetic memory because my memory sucks these days. I wish I could draw as well as Jim Lee, and I wish I had eidetic memory because mine sucks these days. Wait, what was the
That's
question?
pretty funny.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Well played, sir. Well played.
It would have been great if he kept going and then he just went into like, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed nobody gave us that answer. You would have got bonus points.
Yeah, for sure. I'm surprised we didn't think of it.
Yeah, you're right. I feel pretty dumb now.
Yeah.
We had one that was submitted by your wife on our way to trivia on Tuesday also.
I don't recall this.
Oh, yeah, convenient. She says that she wishes she could go back 15 years and listen to me and not marry Tony.
Oh, God, on the day of our anniversary? How
Yep.
dare you?
Boom! Knife to the chest. At 2, Brian.
Nice.
All right, what else do I have here? I have one from Cheeto Bandito, actually, also.
Shit.
Says, wow, I asked this question with an answer in mind. However, now I have had more time to reflect on it. I guess my answer is nothing. Are there things about me physically, emotionally, and psychologically that I don't like about myself? Sure. Are there choices in life that I think about and wonder if I had taken a different path if things might somehow be better in some way? Absolutely. Would I really change anything and risk? And risk being where I am and the person I am today? Not a fucking shot, dude. Everything in my life and everything about me has brought me to where I am. The good, the bad, the right, and the wrong. Honestly, where I am is pretty cool. I'm happy. Not everyone can say that. Okay, maybe I would change the fact that I don't check for typos before hitting send. Thanks for pointing out my faults for the masses.
That's hilarious.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Oh, man. All right, so that's what we got.
Beauty.
Yep.
Well, this is, like I said, like I told you, this is maybe a slightly experimental Q to W, but it's a very simple one, Brian.
Is it about green bean casserole?
Oh, God, it is now.
Oh,
No.
God.
It's simply, Brian and listeners out there,
Yeah.
how was your day?
Wow. That's an interesting one.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, myself, it was an all right day, except for, realizing that I just don't want to be on the road anymore.
Well, that's fair, yeah.
And coming to the understanding that work is not for me right now.
Right. See, now you understand me in being in cars, right? Because that's the exact kind of shit that I kept dealing with. Like I always said, it was never me that I didn't have confidence in. It's the other assholes out there.
Right?
Yeah. Mine, obviously the first thing I have to say is today was a good day.
Nice.
Because
nice.
Cube. But, it actually was though. Like, I think today was a pretty good day. I got a lot of shit done that, any day where I realize that I've marked off a good amount of my to-do list is generally a pretty good day because there's enough days where I'm like, meh, I'll do it tomorrow or,
That's fair.
And today, like I told you, I crossed off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 8 things on my list. So, and the only reason I didn't get to a 6th one is because I'm still pulling magic cards out to sell.
Right.
Otherwise, I would have been at least partway into that. So, yeah.
So are you making yourself like a to-do list basically? Or like a goal list or something?
No, I do when there's stuff like, like when I know I needed to make those appointments, so I write it down because my memory's so awful that if I don't, I'll forget. It's more of that than it is you have to do this. And I try not to let it be more than 10 things because I have various lists that I've made where there's like all the things I want or need to do, and I won't do them because it's intimidating. So
right.
As we've talked about over on The Crazy Life, I try to break down my list smaller so that they're like this. I'm looking at it right now going, wow, I got most of this accomplished today, versus looking at like 30 things. If I only crossed off, 5 things out of 30, that percentage is not great.
Fair enough.
Right.
Fair enough. Makes sense to me.
Yep. So, yeah. There you go. I mean, I didn't have to use my AK.
It's always a good day.
Best round got triple-double.
Right?
Yep. Went so deep I put her ass to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, enough of that.
Definitely. So there you go, listeners out there. How was your day?
Mm-hmm. You know the funniest...
Show me what you got.
Nope, we're good.
What now?
I stopped just in time. It's interesting because I wrote a blog post actually about when people ask you, how was your day or how are you kind of a thing. How most people don't actually want an answer to that. You know, they really just want you to go good and move on.
Right.
And, you know, and basically my blog post was kind of like, hey, if you ask these questions, give a shit, you know, like,
oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's why I told you when I worked at the video store, I used to say, hey, how are you today or whatever. And I learned quickly I needed to stop that because for the most part, I didn't give a shit how these people's day was, you know, not that I wished ill on them, but it was just like, I don't want to hear all the stories, you know?
Oh yeah.
So after a while, you get to
when you work in a video store, you become like the bartender.
You really do, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I thought, you know, I like the fact that, you know, the how was your day thing is on there because, you know, for anyone listening, we care. I mean, we do. We
ding,
actually,
ding,
you know,
ding.
we want people to respond and interact with us and go dancing with us once in a while.
Exactly. Bump and grind.
That's right.
You know?
I don't see nothing wrong.
I know. I mean, you start up a good conversation. Brian and I, we're liable to get on the table and twerk for you.
Well, I don't know if I get on the table. I mean, I'm
okay, fine. You do it on the floor.
Yeah, I drop that shit low, son.
Yeah.
And then I can't get back up.
Then it's just over.
I'm just, by dropping it low, I mean, I just fall over. And yeah, I'm pretty much like, I've had a good run.
Had a good run.
All right. Well, that's the Q of the W. That's the podcast. And go over to saltylanguage.com. Check out all the past episodes of the show. Check out the Enthusiasts episodes on there. You can see the networks we're part of, like the Tangent Bound Network. We're on the Geek Life Radio playlist. And
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
entertainment. Thanks,
Nice.
Mystical. Where were you on the last drop? Jeez.
I know. All right.
I guess we only pay him for one a week, so.
It's true. It's true. Somebody needs to pay him.
Yeah. If you'd like to help the show out while you're on saltylanguage.com, if you're going to be shopping on Amazon, swing by our site first, actually, and scroll to the bottom. There's an Amazon link there. That'll take you right to Amazon, and they chip your boys off a little something, something. And, you know, some green beans. No. Oh, man. Wow, I'm totally blanking again. I don't know what it is, man. I'm this and the crazy life now. I'm getting to the end of the show where I have to go through all this spiel stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going on.
Shutting down.
Yeah, I think I need to go back to like back in the day on the podcast. Remember, I used to have that little index card that had all the gimmicks on it, so that
Right.
I wouldn't forget stuff. I may have to go back to that. Jesus. Yeah. Anyway, other ways you can help the show if you'd like to, would be to rate, review, and subscribe, on Apple Podcast if you have not already. Or, I don't know, like if the Google Play Store has the same equivalent. If they do, please do that there.
Yes.
Remember, 5-star ball wash.
5-star ball wash all day.
All day. And you can also, or if you're using Stitcher or Spotify or other apps, please use the like or share options because that can help us get more listeners too. Or if you would just, tell your friends about us, share our tweets or our Facebook posts, or, tell people to follow us on the grams, or the snappy doodles, or the snappy doos. Yeah, I guess that's, if you want to contact the show, the best way is on Twitter at @salty_language. I can be found at Stunami.
I can be found at Monotony.
You mean Monotony?
That's right, Brian. Some call me Monotony, but those people are idiots.
That's right. What would have been great is if you would have delivered that like in monotone.
Oh, yeah. That would have been the smart way to do it.
Some people call me monotone.
I'm smart.
Oh, man. All right. What about the Instagrams for the show? I forgot what it is.
It's just plain old salty language on the Instagrams for all your silly content and other bullshit.
Nice. I'm at Stunami if you want to follow me. I'm a terrible follow, though, so I don't post very often. Enough. If I do, it's generally like Funko Pops, so.
And it's salty_language if you were just kind of want to see me rant and rave. Like an idiot.
Yeah, that's true. You're pretty much like an idiot, yeah. Yes. On Snapchats, I'm at Ninja Stew.
Boom.
I'm a worse follow on Snapchat than I am on Instagram. I'm so terrible.
Are you saying the photo social medias are not your jam?
Yeah, that's probably about it. Because I really don't. I'm not a big fan of selfies, even though if you look at my Instagram thing, there's a lot of selfies, but a lot of it's just because I'm like, hey, look, I'm alive. So. Yeah.
Still living, everybody. Yep. You haven't got me yet.
That's right. Suck on that.
I see all your hitmen have failed.
Right. If you'd like to submit a Q of the W to us, you can DM it to us on Twitter or just send it to us there, or you can email it to us at saltylanguage@gmail.com.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. I think that's all the gimmicks. So, if not, oh well, they're on the website.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Just head over there, you'll figure it out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, all right. Well, until next week, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Hey, bitches, stay salty.
And, how much them green beans? Them new green beans, damn it.
New green
beans.
If I would have known it was a drug thing, I should have been like, like $3 a dozen.
I hope to God it was drugs and not the
actual
terrible vaginas. Yeah.
The terrible vaginas.
That's my new, band. Yeah. No, right.
The TVs?
Yes. All right, we're nice.